Hi guys. I My favorite Star Wars movie when I used to watch Star Wars. Well, I had to choose Episode 6. In that episode, Luke redeems his father because he loves his father, Anakin, who became Darth Vader. My favorite scene will always be my favorite scene of the Star Wars series will always be in the sixth episode of Star Wars, where Luke surrenders himself to his father to save him. You know, if any of you watch Star Wars, you know the story how it goes. Luke surrenders himself to his father, and he fights to save his father. Luke's love for his father is what saved his father at the end. But my favorite scene will always be when Luke takes off Vader's helmet. And sees his father's face for the first time before he dies. For the first time in the series, Luke meets his father, his real father, is the only humanity that was left remains of him. What I like about the series, though, and it's also echoed in Episode 3, that there's still good in him. His wife, Anakin's wife, said that there was still good in him, and Luke believed the same as well. It kind of reminds me of 1 Corinthians 13 too, about love. Luke believed his father could be redeemed because he believed Anakin Skywalker was not dead, was not entirely dead yet. He was not entirely dead. Luke believed that Anakin was not entirely dead, and that the Emperor did not drive it from him, drive the good from him. I want to read something from here. 1 Corinthians 13 says, and 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4 says, "Love endures with patience and serenity. Love is kind and thoughtful, and is not jealous or envious. Love believes." Let's see. Love does not brag, and is not proud or arrogant. It is not rude, nor it is not self-seeking. It is not provoked, nor overly sensitive and easily angered. It does not take into account a wrong endured. It does not rejoice at injustice, but rejoices with the truth, when right and truth prevail. I remember the scene in the episode where Luke surrenders to his father. And Vader says, so you've accepted the truth. And Luke responds with, "I've accepted the truth that you were once Anakin Skywalker, my father." Truth and love they go together. You cannot separate them. Luke's love for his father, believing his father could be redeemed, is what saved his father in the end. Isn't that similar how our Savior died for us? Isn't that similar how God viewed us as our Savior? Our Savior was similar. Our Savior went to the cross for us in a similar way, believing that you, whoever's watching this, is not gone forever. You're not dead. You're not gone. You just don't know the truth. You just don't know who you are. Vader, in my eyes, represents what the shell of what a man became, what the man Anakin Skywalker became, the shell of being enslaved by fear. He went to having fear, being feared by the galaxy himself. Anakin Anakin Skywalker. He fell to the dark side and became Darth Vader. They were two different beings. The suit of armor was just what he became. A product of what he become. It was a product of what he became. But Luke doesn't see that. Luke sees past the suit of armor, and looks and sees his father encased in armor. Another man encased in armor of fear. Similarly, we've all had our own armor, our own fears built around us, guarding our hearts with all this anger and hatred, anger and hate. In the Star Wars universe, anger and hate are the strong emotions that feel passion for evil, for the dark side of the Force. Isn't that similar to how isn't that similar to how we are in the real world? A lot of us grow up with anger. A lot of us have been upbringing with hate, anger, and bitterness in our lives, and fear. But then comes Jesus. Here comes the Son of God. Love incarnation. Went to the cross. Believes the best of mankind. Jesus believed the best of everybody, even despite the worst. Luke believed his father, even though he was the worst person in the entire galaxy at the moment. But he believed that his father, and there was a chance of redemption for his father. And he loved his father by saying, "I will not fight you, Father." In the end, it was Luke's father when the emperor was about to kill Luke. Vader no longer became Anakin again and saved his son, and killed the emperor, and killed the dark side, the wizard or whatever. And then the famous scene of Episode 6, I love the most, is that Luke removes his father's helmet, removes the mask of Vader. The mask of fear is removed, and he sees the pale flesh of his father. And that's what I love. Every one of us has the capacity to love one another and heal others and see the good in others. If we love one another, we can love and see others. A lot of times we see through the lens of hurt and despair, and anger. But now let's look at things through the eyes of love. Let's look at the world through the eyes of love, in the lenses of love, and believe there's good about others, whereas we believe the good in others. Love bears all things. Love believes in all things. Love bears all things regardless of what comes. Love believes all things, looks for the best in each one. 1 Corinthians 13. Love hopes all things, remaining steadfast during difficult times. Love endures all things without weakening. Love never fails. It never fades nor ends. So yeah. Our Savior loved us. This is our Savior right here. This is what Jesus did for us. On the cross, He loved us despite your faults. He loved you. He loved me. He loved Taylor despite Taylor's faults, despite Taylor's weakness, despite Taylor's shortcomings. I'm using myself in a third person. Despite, in personal terms. He loved me he loved Taylor despite the times he went through, the difficult seasons he's gone through, the times of regret and hopes and the regretful choices he's made. Jesus loved him so he could be his son again. So he died on the cross so that he could be innocent he could shed his innocent blood so Taylor could be innocent, can walk as innocent. Can be innocent. Although he did all these things, that Taylor can be innocent of the things he's done. Jesus removed my mask of Jesus to me is Luke. Luke to me represents Jesus. Jesus removed my mask of fear. He broke down my walls and took away my armor of hatred, anger. the suit of Vader, the Vader suit around my around that was my heart. And I became flesh again. I became born again. I love that. That's what I love about Star Wars. That's what I say too. See, people, that's all I want to say about that too. Love your brothers and sisters and love the Lord your God. When you love, you believe in the best of others. When they don't see, when they themselves cannot believe, you believe. You believe them, okay? God bless you all.